Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and for those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business selling women's fashion online. Today's video, I'm so excited. It's a new video concept that I'm trying out, and if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below because I'm really excited about it. We are reviewing old hauls that I have done on YouTube to see if I actually made money from them. But before we jump into that, I have two announcements that I want to make. The first I made last week, but I really want to make sure y'all get your hands on this. We launched a 50 brand BOLO list that is completely free and such a helpful resource for resellers. We go over 50 brands in depth that you should be on the lookout for, and actually 3 brands that appear on the BOLO list are also appearing in the hauls that I'm going to review today. That includes Alexis, Ace and Jig, and Stein Goya. So if you have not got your hands on this yet, make sure you do so. It can be easier to access. You just go to mogibeth.com and you'll get a pop-up that prompts you to enter your name and email, and it will appear in your inbox. Okay, so the second announcement, super exciting, is that I am speaking at Poshfest this year. Yay! I am speaking on a panel with the brilliant and amazing Becky Park. She also has a YouTube channel that I absolutely love, and the person who is moderating our panel is the amazing Amanda Wise, and we are talking all things YouTube. And my YouTube channel has grown a lot in the past 12 months, so I'm really excited to dive into the different strategies and perspectives that I have on this topic. We are going to be speaking on October 3rd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's a Saturday, so mark your calendars and make sure you're there. I really hope that you're there. I think it's going to provide a lot of value. I get the question all the time on whether or not YouTube is helpful for my reselling business, and hopefully we'll be able to answer some of those questions then. Okay, so let's jump into the video. Whenever I do a haul, or for that matter, whenever anyone does a haul, I am showing items that I purchased at thrift store, consignment, retail arbitrage, wherever, that honestly I'm not 100% certain are gonna pay off. I can never make a purchase with 100% certainty or guarantee. There's inherent risk in every single purchase that I make. I make these decisions obviously based off experience, based off of research, and based off of checking comps. So these risks are calculated decisions, but today we are actually gonna dive into the truth, whether or not these risks have actually paid off. I'm like super animated about this topic just because I've never done this video before, but I think it's gonna be super helpful and informative. So I picked out 3 hauls for my YouTube channel. The first one is from 1 year ago. It was literally entitled Reseller Thrift Haul September 2019, and within this haul I go over mainly thrifted and some buy sell trade items. The second haul is from 9 months ago, and it's from the Nordstrom Black Friday sales event in which I did some retail arbitrage. So I wanted to make sure to include a retail arbitrage haul. And then the third haul is a mixture of all different things. It's got thrift, buy sell trade, and Nordstrom Rack, and that's from 6 months ago. So we are going to go into the best performing items, the worst performing items, and just the total sales of each of these hauls and how they performed. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first haul that we're covering is literally from 1 year ago when I had like 400 to 600 YouTube subscribers. So most of y'all probably haven't watched it. It covered a lot of good stuff. Most of it was thrifted, and some of it was from a buy-sell trade store here in Portland. Within the haul, I included 26 items, and one of those items actually I sold on Poshmark, but a case was open because I had missed a flaw, so it was returned back to me. And then another one of those items, I actually caught a flaw and was able to return it to a Goodwill, so I ended up not selling that one. But the other 24 I did list, and from that 21 have sold, which means 3 are still sitting in my closet. On average, it took 97 days for the items that did sell to sell, and my total sales from the items that sold was $888.50. And because most of these items were thrifted or from a buy sell trade store, I had actually a pretty healthy profit margin on those sales. So this haul actually had a lot of really good performing brands. I had 2 pairs of shoes by Allegria that did really well, a couple I think Anthropology sweaters that performed well, an Everlane piece that did well, a Gal Meets Glam piece that did well, but I want to dive into 3 items that performed the very best within this haul. So the first was a Majorelle cocktail dress that I had actually purchased at a buy-sell trade store for a surprisingly great deal, and I listed it over on Poshmark for $100 and sold it within 6 days for $80. So super happy with that sale. It was quick, good return on my money. Definitely would do that again. The second was an Ace and Jig top. This was actually the first time I had found Ace and Jig, and like I said, Ace and Jig is featured on that 50 Bolo brand list, so make sure you get your hands on that. But this item I had also purchased at the buy-sell trade store. I listed it for $100 and it sold for $90 within the same day, so that was incredible. You really can ask for a better experience with the brand. And then the third item that performed the best was actually something that I thrifted. It was a Ted Baker purse. That was a purple kind of crossbody purse that I had listed over on Poshmark, Tradesy, and eBay, and actually sold on Tradesy. It was listed for $75 and it sold for $68. And since I thrifted it, great profit margins on that as well. Okay, so the 3 items that haven't sold. The first is this cabbie floral top. It's the very last piece of cabbie that I have in my closet. This is not to say that cabbie doesn't sell. I just don't really know what sells within this brand anymore because it's not the type of brand that my business model is built upon. So I don't really spend my time researching this brand anymore. But in general, tops probably perform the worst within this brand. So I'm not surprised it's still sticking around. I probably need to get it relisted. The second is this Keepsake the Label romper. This is an old tag from Keepsake the Label. So now I have learned my lesson that this older tag does not really sell well. And in general, Keepsake the Label doesn't really perform as well as I thought it did. So having sold and tried to sell a couple of pieces now, I've learned that. But at the time, I think this was maybe the first time I had tried to sell Keepsake the Label. The third piece is this Tularosa printed off the shoulder dress, which is funny. Tularosa is a Revolve brand, so the best performing piece from this haul and the worst performing piece of this haul are both Revolve brands that probably retailed for similar amounts at some point. But if I had done my research on this particular style of dress and checked comps, which I am almost certain that I didn't, I'm pretty sure I just went brand blind. I found Tularosa at the thrift store, got super excited, was like, I don't even want to look at comps because I just want to buy this because I'm so excited about finding it. But if I had checked comps, I would have realized that this dress doesn't sell for very much money. I think a lot of sold comps are around like $15 to $30, and so it's taking a while for it to find a good home. Now I'm learning my lesson, still learning every day. Check comps, check comps. Even if it's a brand that you're really excited about finding, make sure you're checking the comps. Okay, on to the second haul. This is the retail arbitrage haul. This was a big haul and one that I was really excited about. It was actually a 2-part haul, so this is only including the first part, which was primarily the clothes, and then the second one was the shoes and athletic wear. So this haul had 36 items. 25 have sold, so I still have 9 pieces, which is a substantial amount. On average, the items that did sell sold within 64 days. Okay, so my total sales from this retail arbitrage haul was $2,108.50, which, even though I sold a comparable amount of items than my last previous haul, the total sales was almost 2.5 times as much. So that just kind of goes to show the point that I made in my $100,000 video, in which I was comparing net profit to profit margin. And if you haven't checked that video up, it's linked up on the screen. But even though the profit margins are slimmer on this haul, the net profit of the haul is just substantially higher. And so a lot of people are very skeptical about retail arbitrage because it does have inherent risk. And they're not wrong. If you don't do your research, if you don't check comps, if you don't really know what you're doing, then you can really make flops. And some of these items didn't end up being flops, but even with some of these items being flops, I still made more, including those cost of goods from this haul, while I still have a lot more potential upside from this haul as well. So even though it's a similar use of time, I still am a big fan of retail arbitrage, and I have definitely learned a lot of lessons by doing it over time, and I'm still learning a lot. But I want to go over the 3 best performing items. Okay, so the first best performing item was this Veronica Beard blazer. I had actually sold this before, but this one I had listed for $395, and it sold on Tradesy for $335 after 86 days. So that was a really good sale. It was one of my highest at the time. The second best performing item was this pink Madewell rain jacket, which was so cute. I had it listed for $95 in my Poshmark closet, and it sold full price after 34 days, so I was super happy about that. I love this piece. And the last item was this Everlane cashmere sweater that I had listed over on Poshmark for $85, and it sold for $76 within 1 day. So a really good find over at Nordstrom Rack. So I'm not going to go into detail on all the 9 items that haven't sold. I think a lot of them are actually still really good items, and part of the reason why they haven't sold is because I just haven't been relisting them. But another reason why I think these haven't sold is that oftentimes I have a tendency, I've realized, and I'm working on it, to overprice certain items. If I pay up for an item, I get overly aggressive and I overprice them. And this is something that I am ameliorating and changing within my business model, because your pricing should not come from, what kind of profit margin you want. Your pricing should come from what the market is demanding. And so I think with a lot of these items, I'm going to relist, reprice, and hopefully they will sell soon. One really good example of this is this Free People dress that I thought was super cute. It's this leopard print midi dress. I actually got a really good deal on it when I was reviewing the prices for these items. I was like, dang, this is a really great price. But I listed it at $95, which is really high for this type of dress. So I think at the time I was kind of setting the market price, but for a new tag Free People dress of this style, that's really pretty high. So I think this is a good example of one that I'm gonna go in, relist, and reprice. And so just word of caution, make sure that you're pricing based off comps, based off data, and not based off some number picked out of thin air that you want to make for an item. Okay, so the third haul I want to go into was from 6 months ago. It's from February, which was a record-breaking month for me at the time. And this is a haul of thrifted items, buy-sell trade items, and Nordstrom Rack items. So in this haul, I had 20 pieces, and all 20 of them sold. So that was good. Great record on my part. I think it shows just my progression of getting better and better at developing my sourcing strategy based off this new business model that I have over time. On average, it even took 35 days to sell, so that is excellent. This was a great haul, and if you haven't checked it out, I will link it on the screen in case you want to go watch it. My total sales from this haul and those 20 items was $1,119.20, which was good. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the 3 best performing pieces from this haul. I don't even have 3 worst performing pieces because they all did pretty well. The first item I want to include is this Alexis dress, and again, Alexis is on that BOLO list. I found this dress at the buy-sell trade store for a good price, so I was super excited to find it. I had it listed over on Poshmark for $225, which was on the higher end, especially since it had a flaw. But then I received an offer for $125 after 34 days, and I accepted and made a really good profit on that item. So yay, good purchase there. The second was a really good purchase from the buy-sell trade store as well. It was a Reformation jumpsuit that I had listed over on Poshmark for $125, and it sold within 1 day for $100. So really good. And the last item I actually thrifted. It was a pair of mother jeans that I had listed over on Poshmark for $125, and it sold for $90 within 6 days. Really good for a thrifted pair of jeans. Super happy with those sales, and I was super happy with this haul. It was actually nice to go back and watch it because It helped me kind of relive a lot of the items that I have sourced and listed and sold over the past year. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful for y'all. If you like this type of video, please let me know in the comments down below, because I want to make more of them in the future, and I had a lot of fun putting it together. I had plans to go thrifting this week and do a thrift with me, but because of the fires here in Oregon, we really can't leave our house. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next week I'm able to do that, because I do love creating those videos as well. Last reminder, if you haven't gotten your hands on that 50 bolo list, make sure you go to mogibeth.com and download it, enter your email. It will be sent to your inbox. And don't forget, I'm going to be speaking at PoshFest on October 3rd, Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So mark your calendars. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey, check out these other videos that we have done in the past. And if you haven't already, please hit this little logo up above and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can click the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we put out a new video. And give this video a thumbs up. All right, bye.